Kim, what did you kind of see over the last few days to suggest that you guys had processed everything, learned what you needed to learn? Or was it kind of, and when you see a 14-2 out of the chute, are you getting a little anxious?
No, they made shots, some of it was lack of understanding. Some of, again, guys, college players are going to make shots, I think a 31% shooter made some threes, But we adjusted. At the end of the day, we held them to 29% from three. So we made the adjustment with guarding three. And we did that. It was a rough couple of days, a very disappointing loss at St. Louis. But as disappointing as it is and crushing as it is, you got to get up. You got to get up the next day. You got to learn from the film. You have to get better. As we want to become an elite program, we have to learn how to win those games. We haven't in the past. George Mason hasn't in the recent past won those games against those programs. We're now in position to win those games against those programs. We want to make that step. We have to find a way to win. So it was, you can't cry over spilled milk. We had to watch that film and learn from that. And the good Lord put us in another opportunity, another situation tonight that was very similar to our game at Old Dominion, to our game against St. Louis. And the guys executed. Josh got a huge offensive rebound at the end off of a good look by Coop. And he made his free throws. He missed them at Old Dominion. He made them tonight.
Justin's progression here over the last month or so, he starts today. Was that as much because of defense as anything else? And how has his all-around game developed?
Oh, it's been great. I don't know what people expect or what expectations are. I don't read much in season. I don't read anything in season. But we're on our own process in our program. I don't care what Justin was rated out of high school. He has to go through his process to get ready to impact winning, to eliminate losing and impact winning. And he's gotten better. He's had some. Most people look at games. I've been texting them. Justin Fernandez had 9 out of 10 great days. He had one bad practice. I think headed into St. Louis maybe. And we corrected it and fixed it, and he's getting better. It's a day by day. He made some mistakes tonight. It's a process, and most importantly is there's great trust, belief, and buy-in from him in our process. And he's going to continue to improve and be a really good player for us and in this league.
Coach, Josh kind of that second half got very dominant down in the paint. Two of their big guys started getting foul trouble. Do you notice that? Do you start kind of, play-wise, I know things change when you're out on the court, but are you kind of just heavily leaning on him when you see on the stat sheet that those guys are in foul trouble?
Yes, we attack players with fouls, but we play the game. We don't have a go-to guy on our team. We pass to the open man. It's read and react. Late in the game, we want to, eat some clock. We want to get the ball inside via the drive or the post up. And we have great trust that Josh is going to make the right play. One of the biggest plays of the game, it was into him. It was a kick out to three. VJ got fouled. It was a kick out to VJ from a three he made from Josh. So you want to get paint production. In college basketball, you win games when you win the paint. Paint production, paint touches, that's via drive, post up, or rebounds. And we did a good job of that.
How big can you credit the second chances that your team, gave out there? Josh, I talked to him, 6 offensive rebounds, but 16 points off of second chances. That you got to be proud about.
Yeah, huge. He had 7 offensive rebounds against St. Louis, 6 tonight. It was huge. It was the play of the game. We're down 1. Coop missed a 3. He got an offensive rebound, and he got fouled. He made it. So it was every play is huge, but when you get down to that point of the game is magnified. So an offensive rebound is huge. We emphasize it. We chart it. Is everyone doing their offensive rebound responsibility every trip down court?
Kim, there are no 12-point plays. What does it say about this team's maturity, that the way you guys were able to grind your way back into the game after your start and their start in the first?
Yeah, we had just seen it. They got up big on VCU this past Saturday or Sunday. And we had seen it. So it was a lot like Justin. It's just about us getting to our process. If the guys out there aren't getting it done on our process, we inject Malik Henry in, and Malik was huge. You're not in a part of our process, we inject someone else in it. We're going to find a group that's going to get us into our process. Our rotation has changed now. We lost Ticket, so finding our rotation of guys is an evolving thing.
Again, how huge was it to play as well as you guys did on the boards in the second half? Really, on both ends of the floor.
I don't remember the number off the top of my head, but historically, especially, they're a really good offensive rebounding team. To hold them to only 5 offensive rebounds is really good. But again, like I said, in college basketball and all basketball and NBA basketball, the game's won inside. Rebounds, with paint touches, with paint production. And, we finally, against St. Louis in the second half, got into a rhythm with our 2 big lineup, really getting the ball inside. And we did a good job of that in the second half, getting that paint production that way.
You talked about Malik, 12 points, 6 rebounds off the bench. It seems like he's a little more confident this year with when he's on the court. Yeah. Can you kind of attest to that?
Yeah, he is. Again, he's a worker. I mean, top 3. I mean, one of our most humble players, one of our hardest working players. No task is too small for him. No ego, and those guys have success because they just come to work every day. They accept hard coaching, they accept truthful coaching, and Malik has a relentless devotion to the truth. He's committed to it, and he does exactly what we tell him to do, and he'll continue to have success.
And I'm not going to be able to talk to you before Monday, so that matchup, this is your second year now in this revolutionary rivalry. The excitement, the energy just seems to be a little bit higher, especially being on MLK.
All rivalries are huge games. Every rivalry, guys. I mean, records don't matter. Nothing matters. I think Chris Caputo coming back to a place he was for a long time and had much success here at Mason. He's gotten his chance, and I think he's doing a great job. They're a really dangerous team, especially offensively. Obviously, with one of the best scorers in the country, and James Bishop. So all our guys know all their guys. They grew up playing each other AAU in high school. So it's a huge game for us. It's a conference game, against a team that we respect mightily. I mean, they beat an SEC opponent. They have a road win, something we don't this season. So we have the utmost respect for GW.
Anything else for Kim?
Thanks, guys.